Authentication is something you do once, but then for every frame you're going to send, you want to make sure that anybody hearing those frames or capturing them using Wireshark or anything else will not be able to read what is inside. To achieve that, you need to do encryption. Encryption is fairly complex because there are many techniques and technologies behind encryption. So there are a few words that you want to be aware of. One of them is cipher. Cipher is what you're going to use to encrypt your text. Then you'll need to decrypt your text. And to decrypt your text, you're using a key. So cipher is what you use one way, and the key is what you use the other way to decrypt. And these keys and these ciphers may have different characteristics. Some of them are said to be symmetric, which means that what you use to encrypt is also going to be what you use to decrypt. It's going to be the same process one way, and you reverse it to do the other way around. But there is another technique, which is called asymmetric. In that technique, you will use one tool to encrypt, and you would need a different tool, a different technique to decrypt, where basically, if you have only one of these two tools, you can encrypt and re-encrypt again, but you will not be able to decrypt, decipher. You need another tool to do that. So those tools are things you need to combine, and we go through them together. Whatever technique you're using, in any case, you'll be using encryption, which means that at the beginning, you have a text which is called a clear text, and you're going to encrypt that text using a cipher. And then what is going to travel between you and the access point and back is going to be the encrypted value, which is what you see in the middle, and that thing is impossible to read unless you know how to decrypt it. And if you know how to decrypt it, that is to say you have the right key, then you can retrieve, and from that text, if you have the right key, you'll be able to decrypt the encrypted result and get back the original text as it was designed by the sender. However, keep in mind that in Wi-Fi, things are a bit complicated because you have different clients, and if you do your job well, what you want to have is have a different key per client. So in this example, you have one client that has a green key, and you have a different key to talk to the other client. The access point has to keep as many keys as it has clients. But also, there are some messages that the AP needs to send to everyone, broadcast messages. Not beacons, of course, because those are not encrypted, but broadcasts that are to be encrypted because only clients are supposed to hear those messages. So that means that the AP also has to design a key that is going to be a broadcast key. And that key has to be distributed to all the clients so they have a common way of deciphering what the access point is going to send to all of them. So that's many keys to manage for the access point.